Welcome to the part 2 of our tutorial. After explaining everything as Adobe Illustrator format, the next thing we're going to do is open Cinema 4D. Then you say go to File, then we're going to choose Merge. Here we're going to say that the first text is the Ninja text. We're going to click, then we say Open. So I want to convert everything here into one part. So I'm going to right click, then I'll say select children, and I'll right click again, and I'll say connect object plus delete. So next time I'm going to do is go to file again, I'm going to say merge, then I'll say 55, then I'll say open. So I'll do the same thing for all the other objects. And the last one, where is the star? When we say stars, when we say open. Now we have everything as it is in corridor. Now we have it in Cinema 4D as well. So the next thing we're going to do is all these that have that we have parts, that have many parts. We're going to have more than 2 parts. We're going to right click, then say select drawing. We'll do the same thing, connect object plus delete. We'll do the same thing for this. It's just as if you are merging everything. You are converting everything to be on one layer. So we say select drawing. We'll right click again. We'll say connect object plus delete. Yeah, something like this. So the next thing we're gonna do is add the 3D effect. So add the 3D effect. So what we're gonna do to achieve that is click, then click on this little triangle here. Then we'll click on extrude. You can click on extrude, then drag and drop it inside. You see that the 3D sorry, I'm having some problem with my cinema, so I'll correct that. Yeah, you can see that we now have the 3D effect like this. And another step of doing is you can click on this little triangle, then hold on the Alt key and left click on the extrude nerves. So it's going to make the object a child of the extrude nerves. So we're going to do the same thing for all the objects. So the next thing we're going to do is this outside map, we're going to bring it back a little bit to achieve this type of 3D effects here. So the next thing we're going to do is select the rest and bring it forward a little bit, something like this. So the next step is bring this one here, bring it forward as well a little bit, and something like this. So I want to reduce the curve a little bit. Yeah, and for the stairs, I'll bring the stars forward a little bit, something like this, something like this. So the next thing I'm gonna do is add the coloring as it is here in the corridor, add the coloring. But before doing that, I want to increase the extrude a little bit. So I'm gonna select everything, then so I'm gonna go to object, then increase the movement a little bit, something like so. So now to adjust this, sorry, now adjust this forward a little bit, something like so. For the map, I'll adjust it as well, adjust it backward a little bit. So the next thing I want to do is add some fillet cap. So what I'll do is click on the first one, let me start from the second one. So I'll go to caps. I'll say fillet cap, and I'll change this to something like 2, and I'll change this to something like 1, or something like so. So I'll do the same thing for all the objects. So sorry, I'll go back to this. I'll do for both this, the start and the end. So I'll do the same thing for this as well. I'll say fillet cap, and I'll say 2 and here 1. So the same thing for this, fillet cap, step 2 and radius 1, fillet cap 2 and 1. So I'll do the same thing for this as well, fillet cap 2 and 1, then the end as well, and this. As well. Then for Ninjas, I'll do the same thing. So then for the end, 2 1. And for the stars, I'll do the same thing as well. I'll change this to fillet touch, but this time I want to have something like 1.5. Then here I want to have something like 0.8. Yeah, something like so. But then for the end as well, say 1, and here I'll say 0.8. Or something like this. So the next thing I want to do is add the coloring. So for this, I think we have something like white. So I'll go back to Cinema 4D. I'll click on create, then I'll say material, then I'll double click on the material, and I'll change the color to something like white, not complete white, but something closer to white. Then I'll say okay. Now change the texture to Fresnel, then I'll reduce I'll click on reflection, then I'll change the texture to Fresnel. Then I'll reduce the brightness a little bit, then I'll change reduce the strength a little bit, and I'll close, then I'll drag and drop it on the outside mirror, something like so. So the next thing I want to do is do the same thing for this. But this time I'll create a new material. I'll double clicking on this panel, I'll click, I'll say color, you can see we call something like this material is the same thing I dropped in. So what I'm gonna do is check on of color for reflection, or some I don't want to have reflection. So I'll click on transparency. Now change the color to something like green, something like this. Yeah, and I'll click OK. So for the refraction, I'm going to change to 1.6. Yeah, something like so. Then I'll close. Yeah, I'll close like that. So I'm going to select this. I'll say select. I'll click on this. Just make editable. Then I'll click on the polygons, something like that. So I'll go to select. Now say left selection. Now click like that. So I'm going to drag this material and drop it on it. You can see. So I'll go back to select. Then I'll say invert. Now drag this and drop on it. You can see. Then I'll go back to my live selection too. Now go back to model. You can see. Don't worry, you still have the green here. Just look like something like a black color, but it's still green. Don't worry. I'll finish the final order setting. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I'll drop the same material for the 55, which I'm going to click and drag and drop. Yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to drop this material. I'm going to create a new material for this and the Ninja art. I'm going to create a new material. Then I'll change the color to something like green. Yeah, something like so. Then I'll say okay. Now some reflection. Then I'll reduce the brightness a little bit. Then I'll change the text on to Fresnel. Then I'll reduce the strength a little bit. So I'm going to drag and drop on a 55. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the arc or something like that. So I'll drop this white material and drop on the stellars or something like so. So the next thing we're going to do is do this a little bit. Yeah. So the next thing I want to do is add some render settings and some add the sky and luminance. So what I'm going to do is click here, then click on sky. I'm going to double click, create a new panel, new material. Then I'm going to double click on this material. So I'm going to check off color and check off reflection. So I'm going to click on luminance. So I'm going to change the texture and click on load. I have some HDRs there which you can get from Grayscale Gorilla. You can Google for HDRs on Google. So I'm fond of using the HDR30 because it's a little bit cool for me. So I'm say open. I'm say yes. So I'll change the brightness to 160. Yeah, something so then I'm gonna close. I'm gonna click this HDR material. Then I'm gonna drop it on the sky. Something like so. Then I'm gonna right click on the sky. And I'll say cinema for the tag. Then I'll say composite text. So to bring out some options there. So I'll check over I'm seen by camera. I don't want it to be seen by camera. So next time I'm gonna do click on the render settings. So here I want to change it to inches. So I want to increase the resolution to something like 300. Yeah. If you want a PNG file, you're just gonna do a click on this format and change to PNG. Then click on alpha channel. So here click on global illumination. So for the sampling, I'm going to change it to low, and for the radiance cache, I'm going to change the cache. I'm going to change it to low. When I click here again, I'm going to add some ambient occlusion to get some shadows. I'm going to close. So if I try to render, let's see what we're going to have. Yeah. You can see now we have this kind of cool 3D effects here. So I can add some light to make it a little bit more brighter. So I can just go here and say light. So I can go bring it from like this. Let's see what we're gonna add. I think we are good to go. Thanks for watching my tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Note the contributors of this channel are Mr. Tola Alabi, Aziz, and Jeremy Pincos. Thanks for watching my tutorial once more. See you next time.